Here we have a Jacuzzi hot tub that is showing watchdog call for service. And nothing is working. It's just shut down. 3 lines, 4 lines, and watchdog call for service. So we're going to turn the power off. It's so windy out here and cold, I had to put a heater and a tarp underneath. That's how we do it when it's either too cold, like it's in minus, I don't know, probably minus 10 right now. So that's what I do to work underneath, because if you look out here, it's windy as heck and cold. So now we're underneath the tarp and we have to open this door up here of this paw pack. So we got a couple screws, about 5 screws we got to take off. Right there. Now I've been at this tub before and we did a reset. I'll link the video right above here how to do the reset for this particular one. So I'll just link it just above here, and I'll also link it down in the video description. So this tub here was overheating, and then it said overheat, GFI trip, call for service. So we did a reset and see if it would come back. Obviously it came back as a watchdog call for service. So it did work. There's another problem. Now with the watchdog call for service, obviously it's heating up too much because we had an overheat on it. Normally that's a sensor problem. We have the high limit down the bottom right here. There's a high limit right here. It regulates the heat. Well, it doesn't really regulate the heat, but it's another safety feature. That high limit is a safety feature, so it doesn't get up to like 200 Fahrenheit. It doesn't just keep on heating and it'll shut the tub and usually give that error code. But normally for the Jacuzzi, normally it's the temperature sensor. So we're gonna normally, instead of trying to cut it out and just replace it right away, we're gonna hook one up and we're gonna stick it in the water and then turn it back on. We might have to do a reset anyway. So there's the sensor right here. It's the green one. Now yours might be different. It's gonna be green, red, or black. But you just have to look on this on the board to see which one you have. And behind the door of the pack, there is a schematic, and then you just have to follow where your sensor is back to where it's plugged in. So this particular one, it's this one right here, where the green one is. Now, if you wanna know what sensor it is, it goes all the way here and it goes through a tube in that corner right there. And we'll replace it. If we have to replace it, I'll show you how to replace it. So the power is off. So we're gonna unplug that. You have to be careful because you don't want to bend those pins. We're gonna have to loosen this, get some of these side clips off here. There we go, we got the clips off. So there we go, we got her. We got our new one right here. It's good to have, for a hot tub, it's good to have the most common things that break down for your particular hot tub. For Jacuzzi hot tub, it's the heater element. So you want another one, you want to back up. And same as your temp sensor. You want to back up with this. And I'll link this down in the video description. And it only plugs in one way properly. And again, don't force it. There we go. Okay, it's in. So we got this end here. gonna stick this in the hot tub. You know what? We don't even have to stick it in the hot tub. It's pretty cold outside right now. So we're just gonna leave it like that, and we're gonna turn the power on as soon as I get out of here. There we go. Power is on. Go back to the tub. I'm gonna lose this tarp here. Ugh. Came on. I don't know if you can see that, but water. So now we have, what do we have now? So now it's working. We changed that off. We know we already turned it off. Turn it back on, and we still had the watchdog. So now it's saying overheat. Let's try to do a reset for this. We might have to change the temp sensor and do the reset. So we're going to turn the power off. We'll do the reset after you change the heat sensor. Now the heat sensor is in where the filter is, so there's no shut-offs. There's no way of changing out that sensor with the water in it, because you're gonna get the wire wet, the plug-in part. So we're gonna have to drain it down below where the sensor is. So we gotta drain it. Take these side clips off. Remove the wires. You just follow it all the way around. So instead of cutting these clips, because it kind of holds everything all along here, I'm just going to cut it so I can just pull it through. Just pull our way through. And so this old one, we're just going to keep it like that. We need that in there like that. Here in where the filter is, you see the sensor right down there. So we got to put the water below that. Take the filter out. So that's the sensor right there. So we got to bring it below that. So we got the water below enough anyway. Just unscrews. Don't pull it out all the way. There you go. Pull it down a bit. Cut the end. And we're going to use the same O-ring. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the cord, the new cord, the part that you plug in. I'm going to pull this out a bit. I'm going to use some electrical tape, tape it together. So just side by side. Like that. So we're just gonna like that, and then push it in the hole through the pipe. It's good if you have somebody else because they can start pulling it as you're doing this. So you push it in there as much as you can. On the other side, we're going to start pulling. There we go. I'm going to unravel that. So you just pull that until it gets to the end. We're going to screw it in. Hopefully the pipe on the back side of it hasn't pushed away. Sometimes they push away from the shell. So we're just going to tighten that as much as you can by hand and then snug it up with a wrench. And you'll know if it leaks because it will come out that pipe underneath. So we're just gonna, you want to over tighten it, just snug. Okay, there you go. Once you get this far, you can start filling it again. So when you're filling it, just keep an eye on through that hose right there, that pipe right there. So if you see any drips, you might have to, tighten that sensor up a little bit more. So now we're just gonna disconnect this. Now we're just gonna run it through the top where the old one was. So there we go. And then put it through. And there you go, it's plugged in. We have our little jumper on here, so we're going to reset it also when we go to turn it back on. Again, I'll link the video down in the video description if you want to learn how to reset it. So it's all full, so you just have to turn it on. Then we've got to count 15 seconds. It's going to do its programming over there. So the error code's gone. Everything seems to be good. If this video helped you out, make sure you like and subscribe.